Hello, good morning to everyone. Students, as you know that we have completed two sections of our syllabus. So far as the question of syllabus is concerned, we have successfully discussed, read, completed and accomplished all the homework done given to you and followed by questions answers. The sections in A we have studied essays. In the syllabus B we have studied the novels. In the previous sections stories were also there, and in the second B section we have discussed two novels, Azadi and Lord of the Flies. Students, you have given a successful syllabus, notes, etc. for the purpose of examination. Today, I am going to discuss about the section C, in which three topics are involved: note making, summarizing, and theme writing. Students, for the purpose of getting excellent marks, you should opt the section third in a priority manner. I introduce myself as I Dr. Shar Bhargav, Associate Professor, Department of English. Every student is eager to know about making of the notes. Notes making are very essential for the purpose of not only examination but also in everyday life. These are very important because these help us in making us punctual along with the records we want to remember forever. Verbally note making are not so important because we listen, hear and do them. Sometimes we forget the things which we do not write. So note making is very important part of our life, not only in our household things, domestic purposes, but also in our official life we need note making. Note making is just making notes. So note making is a process in which the person, readers, students can remember everything which he needs in future. Note making, first of all, we are going to define it. Note making is a process of reviewing, connecting and synthesizing ideas from your lectures or reading. It's a process of reviewing. Reviewing means to make a re-evaluation. Whatever we have read, we have to evaluate again, connecting and synthesizing ideas from your lectures or reading. For example, you have listened the lecture. The lecture was very long and you want to remember it. So it's not possible to remember the lengthy lecture. So you have to make a review. Just as we make review of every work of art or everything like a book review, it's a matter of connecting and synthesize ideas. In the notes, the ideas are same and we have to connect and make a synthesis of the ideas connected in the reading. So lectures are recorded on the behalf of notes that has a review. Making notes helps you to stay active and engaged during your lectures, reading and revision. Second thing in note making is that It's a process of helping you stay active. Readers are active, they are alert, they are not passive, they are alert what will happen. So they are engaged in the lectures, writing notes on their diaries or on short papers, small papers. They read, reread, and it's helping in revision of the lectures. So during the lectures delivered by the lecturer, professor, students are advised to make short notes, footnotes for the revision. Third thing is note making, that understand what you are learning and clarify your thinking. You have to understand what you are learning. So both the skills, learning and understanding of the ideas in the lectures should be understood, and it should be very clear. Clear in the sense that the ambiguity is not there. Note making is not just about writing down everything you hear or read. Some students, some people are misconceptual in the matter that they do not write. Writing is must, but you have to write only the things you listen or read in a attentive manner. So note making becomes very essential for everyone. This guide is also about why we make notes. Now the question rises, why we make notes, how to make effective notes. From lectures and reading describes a variety of note making techniques. The primary thing is that why we make notes. We make notes because of records, because of revision. It makes the notes, the lecture very effective, powerful from lectures and reading. It also describes a variety of note making techniques, and we come across so many techniques, methods while making notes in different way. We have just read the two lines that note making is not just about writing down everything you hear or read. It's a process of reviewing, connecting and synthesizing ideas from your lectures or reading. These lines are again, making notes helps you to stay active and engaged during your lectures. It also helps us to remain active, alert, reading and revision. Understand that what you are learning and clarify your thinking. So be selective and identify key ideas. In the making of notes, we have to become very selective. Selective means you have to choose only what you think that's right. You should not randomly make notes, because random notes are not proper. So you have to be selective in a perfect manner and identify key ideas. What are the key ideas of the lecture you want to grasp? Styles of note making. Suppose you are in a class and the teacher is teaching a very important concept. It's difficult for us to remember everything taught in the class in the same order. Also in our daily lives, it's not possible to memorize everything. So the things comes in the same manner. That suppose you are sitting in the class and the teacher is delivering his lecture and you are not able to listen the lecture completely. So you have to make your own way to remember the whole lecture in a very summarizing manner. It's difficult for us to remember everything taught in the class in the same order. It's very difficult to keep everything in a order. So you have to remember the selected things, selected points for the whole lecture. So, for example, in our daily life, we are not able to remember everything. So, we have to make the lesson or the lecture or the notes in a systematic manner. To overcome this difficulty, one notes down important details to overcome the difficulty. If we feel that it's difficult to make notes, so we have to mark, we have to identify important points in the same lecture. These notes help us in the time of need. Time of need is important because the recorded things are very helpful in saving time. So, when we need the notes, when we need the things for the future, we have to make notes. The noting down of useful concepts and points is the basis of what one says note making. The noting down of useful concepts. Useful concepts are to be noted down positively because they are the basis of whatever has been said in note making. In this section, we will study note making and note making format. So, what is note making and what are the formats? This will be discussed continuously. Note making is a way of recording important details from a source. This source can be any book, article, meeting or any discussion. It becomes very important that it's a way of recording important details from the source. This source can be any book, article, meeting or any oral discussion. We can make notes from any book, any article, any meeting or any oral discussion. In note making, the writer records the essence of the information. When a person makes records, he pays attention on the essence of the information. Essence, the conclusion of the information. It helps us to understand and clarify things. Note making saves a lot of time by going through the notes made. Note making saves a lot of time. One can get glimpse of a lot of information from a short note. If we make a short summary of the whole lecture, it becomes notes. So, short notes are very important. It has its great advantages. A note making is a skill which improves by practicing. There are some advantages of note making. Let us get to know one of them. There are so many benefits. It has great importance in exams or in academic writing. It is an organization of main points for future use. Note making helps in keeping the information handy whenever we require. It helps us in recollecting and recalling the past events said or heard. So, for the purpose of examinations, academic writing, in organization, for the future, we need immediate help from the notes. It helps us in concentrating and proves a permanent record. Note making format helps a writer to go through bulky documents quicker. It helps us in understanding a material if the notes are in own words. It distinguishes between main points and details. So, it helps in concentration, understanding, and it gives a permanent record. When we do not need bulky or heavy material, we need short notes, and they are very helpful if we make in our own records. There is a fixed note making format. One needs to follow this note making format in order to have a clear and unambiguous understanding from it. The note making format. We have the format of note making. First of all, there is a heading. It shows the title or the heading of the note. Then there is subheading or subtitle. As the same suggests, a subheading is a subdivision of the main topic. It's also a subtitle. one can use as many subheadings as he or she wants. Points below a subheading, there are some points which are the part of the main points. So students, thanks, you have understood the concept of note making, and there are so many parts of note making, why it is so important and what follows its basic qualities, and we will discuss in next episode the format in descriptive manner. Thanks a lot.